Hi, I'm Sharon Peka. I am in Spring Hill Cemetery in Lynchburg, Virginia, and I'm at the grave of Cornelia Clopton. When I first learned about her, she was listed as the resident ghost in Spring Hill Cemetery. Now, that's not something that you normally hear a cemetery talk about, ghosts and apparitions. So that's my chilling story for today. I needed to know what was the story of the Spring Hill resident ghost. It was a little bit more interesting than I thought. So I came out to visit her, and Cornelia was born on Halloween Day in 1852, which is interesting because that was also the year that this cemetery was pretty much designed. John Notman of Philadelphia was the designer of the cemetery, so that might be a familiar name to you. But she didn't, Cornelia actually grew up in this area, but near the end of her life, she traveled and she was in Montana with her brother when she passed away. Now, her family graves are here. So when she passed, and that was in 1917, her body was actually shipped back to Lynchburg. Again, nothing very strange or unusual about that. She would have been put on a train at that time, brought back, and apparently she arrived at 5 to 5:20 a.m. here in Lynchburg. And they know that from the different train tables of the time. So the ghost story actually happened in 1974, so just 51 years ago. This family, the newspaper didn't name, it was anonymous. They called him Philip Williams, who they said was the fictitious name that they gave. But Williams explained that he and his wife had moved into Clopton's childhood, residence, the family home. And one night when he was like looking, he got up in the middle of the night, he looked out and realized that somebody's garage light was on. But then he realized that's the wrong direction. It couldn't be the garage light. Then he noticed that it was actually a 5-foot tall woman. Her hair was up, she had a long dress, looked clearly old-fashioned. Now, he and his wife had heard like odd noises before, and also had some undefinable presence, which I'm not exactly sure what that meant. But they decided to go to the courthouse after seeing this apparition in their home, and did a little research and found out that Cornelia Clopton's body had arrived from Minnesota on April 5th. And it was just 57 years before. So this happened on April 5th. And her ghost, they saw probably about 5 to 5:20 in the morning. Kind of spooky. At that point, Cornelia became a resident ghost here of Spring Hill Cemetery and a local legend in Lynchburg. If you want to know a little bit more about Cornelia and Spring Hill Cemetery, also historic haunted apparitions in the area, read my book, Haunted Virginia Cemeteries. It just came out in 2025. That's my chilling story.